Yeah.
See how loud that is? But fuck it. Oh, no. Hold on.
All right.
Enjoy America.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Here we go. So what do we got
Part
here?
2.
So where do we leave off? I think we just got to Dallas. We shit in the woods.
This is obviously a different day. We did laundry and we're wearing the same clothes.
We arrived at the
I told you I've been
venue
wearing this ever since.
in Dallas at 1 p.m.
Okay.
It's a small stage.
That was a very small stage, actually.
It was the smallest venue that we had played up until that point.
Oh, that was like an older
I think
theater,
that was
right?
It was an older theater, yeah. I forget what it was
Yeah.
called, but
I'm not sure what it was called, but I remember that day I'm just sitting down in the back where all the buses and stuff were parked. And I happened to look at our RV and I see that the RV is leaking blue
ooh, that was that
liquid.
time.
And I'm like, what the hell is
That's when
going
that was?
on? So then we realized that there's something wrong with
Something was wrong. I don't know. We sprung a leak.
I don't know, but
the
I guess
toilet.
everything out of the toilet was leaking into that one compartment under the RV. So that was not good. And we decided at that moment that we're not going to use the bathroom anymore for a little bit.
Cut off.
Yeah, until we
off.
could figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I was not impressed with it.
But hey, it was leaking everywhere, and
It looks so shitty.
it just looked. Yeah, we were just in the parking lot. Just everything was blue on their RV. It's just like, oh no.
Blue urine everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Didn't it get emptied in one of the parking lots at a hotel or something?
No. We'll get to that.
Nothing
We'll get to
happened.
that. Okay.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, it's a different thing. Me and Chris dealt with that.
Anyway, small stage.
Yeah. Was that the one where we had to go from
Behind
the
the
backstage and then we had to go under the banner
Yes.
to get onto the stage?
So stupid.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Such a stupid
it was.
design.
Yeah. Small, tiny backstage rooms.
I kept going out and around the whole building every time.
Yeah, me too.
That's the night we had first in-ear issues.
We were having real issues.
And
I
then
had to
you,
go.
We were
you,
struggling.
you went
Plugged in.
wired that day.
I went wired, yeah.
Yeah, you give up.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
first
had-
wired day.
We had problems. It was shit. But yeah, your sister came to that show. It was a good show. Fun time.
So when everybody showed up at the venue, it was pretty clear that New Orleans was a fun time for them.
Yes.
Because there were multiple people who were injured. And we had a group chat where we saw some videos and stuff.
Yeah. Apparently, they were trying to put Ben into his
bunk?
Ben, the drummer and Glory Hammer, into his bunk, and they dropped him on his head.
They
And
dropped him on his head.
He was
Yeah.
like cut up. He was like bleeding from his head and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. He was not impressed.
He was not
At
impressed that
all.
day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. Tasker, their guitar tech, did something to his knee, and it was all swollen.
Completely,
and
so
stuff.
he could barely walk.
He could barely walk. So he was the guy that did the Goblin for Glory Hammer.
Yes.
So explain to the people what the goblin is. I mean, you tell
Corey,
them
explain
the
to people what the
goblin.
Goblin is.
So during the second song of the set, the goblin comes out, and it's just like a one-piece suit.
Like a morph suit.
Like a morph suit with like goblin abs on it and stuff like
Right,
that.
goblins have abs, right?
Yeah,
Definitely have
yeah,
abs.
yeah. Oh yeah, ripped. And then
mask.
like a mask, right? And then the goblin comes out with the Hammer of Glory.
Correct.
I assume is what it's called.
Yes.
And gets the crowd going, and then the vocalist Sozos.
Well, Angus McFife.
Angus
does magic.
McFife, sorry, with magic, takes the hammer and then beats the goblin with it, and that's pretty much it. It's about 10 seconds. So
The camera's rolling, right?
The camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume
Okay,
so.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I hope it is. And so he comes to our dressing room before we go on stage.
it was just me and you in there.
Yeah, and was like, hey, do one of you guys want to be the goblin? Because I don't think I can physically do the job.
Tonight, yeah.
tonight, and it was just tonight. You know, he was all bunged up from
So I said Corey will do it.
immediately, and I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. You know, like I don't got anything else to do. Yeah, so I did it that night. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I don't get to be at the front of the stage often, you know? So I was like, okay, cool. I'll. And then the next night he's like, hey, would you mind doing it again? And I was like, I'm doing it for the rest of the tour, aren't I? Like, this is how this is going to go.
Yeah.
I also think it was hilarious because you would wear a cowboy hat in like the states that we were like, because in Dallas.
He only did in San Antonio. He wore the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Because that was the day we got the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I thought there was,
That was the second day I was goblin.
Yeah.
He wore a
Yes.
cowboy hat. Yeah.
hilarious.
That was the only one he did it in.
The beard and the hat
Yeah.
The beard.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
with the goblin costume.
That was
Yeah.
good.
That was amazing.
Yeah. There's a couple shows where I got really, really into it, and I was like, oh, like New York was another one. Where it's like I got to get creative here
Nah,
because
New
there's
York was
like
interesting.
no room on stage to do anything. Like there's no ego risers to hop up on, so you know you got to get into a different mindset when you're the goblin.
Correct.
And really,
You gotta get in the goblin mindset.
Yeah, get into character.
Obviously.
You know. So yeah, it was a lot of fun though. I enjoyed it. I'd do it again. So
Nice.
What is that noise?
someone outside, if you guys can hear that,
All right. It's
Did we
gone.
lock the door?
it's gone. Yeah, door's locked.
Okay.
And even if it opens, we'll fuck some
Welcome
shit
to
up,
the
dude.
podcast.
There's a chair right there. I'm grabbing that first.
Stool.
Anyways,
Yeah, so I think the only other thing that happened in Dallas was the beer barter guy.
oh,
So I forget.
I just
how
wanted to make sure my car's locked.
All right, let's do that. How did it all start?
Okay, so
Somebody wanted to trade.
he was security guard.
Okay.
He's like, "Do you guys have any 3XLs?" And we're like, "Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
have we have
Absolutely.
3XLs."
Of course we
Actually,
do.
Hoy was on the merch table.
yeah.
I was kind of standing beside him, and were you there at that time or no?
I don't. I remember this guy clearly, so maybe I was there too.
Well, he came back a couple times.
He
and
did.
then,
yeah,
and
kept trying to
then
barter.
yeah, and then he's like, "Would you guys keep one for me for later on?" I'm like, I can't buy it right now because I'm working. And we're like, "Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem."
of course.
And then he comes back later and he's like, "Do you guys like beer?" And we're like, "Of course we fucking like beer. What are you talking about?"
Does Alex shit in the woods?
And he's like,
Roasted.
"I got some." He's like, "I work for whatever, I don't know, something along those lines of this beer fell off back of a truck."
Yeah.
And I
He's
have-
like, I got a case of beer.
I got a case of beer. Would you guys be interested in the beer? And we're like, "Yeah, of course. We'll take the beer." You know what I mean? Like,
It's
whatever.
like some microbrewery or something from Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, but the way he said it was weird. So I kind of looked at Corey and I'm like, "Do you think this guy's trying to offer the beer for the shirt?" And Corey's like, "Maybe. I'm not sure." And we're like, "Okay, whatever." So then later on, he comes up and he brings that case of beer. And
How big was that case of beer?
It was 6 beers.
Were they big beers?
Six tall cans. 6 tall cans.
No.
It was. They were tall
They were
cans.
tall? Okay.
Were they
We'll
tall
give
cans?
them that.
Pretty
We'll
sure
give them
they're
that.
Weren't they
tall-
like a thin, like the Michelob Ultra? I don't know. Tall
I don't
cans. Let's
think
say tall
so.
cans.
Yeah.
6 baby cans of beer.
Yeah.
6 cans.
6
Of
beers.
honey beer.
This weird honey beer.
Beer, in quotes. I don't know what that was.
And he comes up to the merch table. Chris was there by himself at that
Yeah,
point.
it's
And
like-
me and Corey were a little bit further down. I'm like, "Corey, go deal with this."
Yeah, he clearly
And then
wanted to trade us 6 beers.
he comes
for
up and he's like, "Oh, I'll have that shirt now." And Chris is like, "Yeah, okay, here's the shirt." And he like puts the beer down. And then Corey goes up. He's like, "That's going to be $30. And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" And Corey's like, $30. That's how much the shirts cost. And he's like, "But I brought you a case of beer." And Corey's like, "Everyone gives us beer all the time."
Yeah.
You know, like,
This is a common thing for people to offer bands like, oh, here's some
and like
beer.
6
you know?
beers in America. So maybe like $8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is how we make our money. We're not just giving away shirts for beers. We get free beer like every day.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well,
Like,
I,
it's
Literally.
like
he's like, I wanted,
We
I,
don't-
got, I
in the
brought you
green
this
room.
beer and everything." He was like getting mad. And Corey's like, "Yeah, that's great. If you want a shirt, it's $30. He's like, "Fine, fuck this." And he takes the beer and puts that on like a bar. It wasn't even the
That no. And he's like, all right, well,
I think he
if
just-
you still want the beers, then just have them. And I was like, okay, yeah, like we'll keep your beers.
Yeah.
And if you want a shirt, then I'll give you one for $30. That's fine.
Yeah, it's
And
fair
then
deal.
we were very calm with him.
We
Yeah.
packed up all the merch.
The beers were still
And
around the merch
The beers
table.
were still around. The last trip was supposed to be for the beers and stuff like that, but he had taken it and put it on the bar by
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
Right off to the side.
Which is great. We don't want your beers anyway.
When we came,
It's like we really don't care. Like
exactly.
we'll take them, but it's 6-1.
I didn't really
take
care
it
for
or
it.
leave it. It doesn't matter.
and then Alex.
So
Alex
as we're
went to do the
leaving-
dummy chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he grabbed the beers off the bar.
He's like, oh, I got the beers too.
Yeah. I don't even remember drinking those.
Alex opened one up. He had a sip. He said it was disgusting. I tried it. It was disgusting, and we're like, let's just get rid of them.
Oh, you just got rid of them.
We left them somewhere at a venue. I think we tried to give it to like the Ailstorm guys, and they didn't want them either. And then it was just like, they were. It was gross.
It wasn't good beer.
Yeah.
No, didn't look like it. But
Yeah. So that was the end of that night.
Yeah,
that was Dallas.
that was interesting.
Crew was good. I remember the crew being good in Dallas. They were
Oh, yeah.
chilling.
I mean, in general,
Like-
though, we should talk about how helpful all these venues are. When we get
Yeah.
there, there's crew, there's dollies.
Dollies.
yeah.
They're moving our stuff all over
If
the
you
place.
need something,
Yeah.
you ask anyone, they're on it. Like all the crew and staff at all these venues were amazing.
Incredible.
The first
Yeah.
show, they were grabbing our stuff, and we're like, what do you do? Like, you're gonna carry your stuff, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Not
you mean
used
we don't have to
it
do
at all.
anything?
yeah.
Yeah, like I think it was just Zach had to tell them what needs to come in what stays.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. And we
Spoiled.
Yeah, we grab our whatever merch we need.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, because Zach learned what we need to bring out of our stuff, so
Yeah.
it was good. Yeah, that was
Zach was amazingly helpful as well.
yeah.
Shout out to
With
Zach.
everything. Shout out to Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zachy boy.
Should we do a shout out to Fedge?
Shout out to Fedge right now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fedge.
That's how I
Yeah.
got this hat.
Yeah, the
That's
mayor
it.
of Tier
That's
City.
it.
That's a story for.
Oh, okay.
The end.
Very
We're
end.
saving that. We can't jump
Yeah.
back and forth
I
at this
actually-
point.
I honestly don't know how he gave me the hat though, because
He's
I
like,
was
here, have this hat.
no.
And you're like, oh.
You're like,
That's
I
it.
like your hat, and he's like,
Yeah.
have it.
Really?
You're
so
drinking
I-
whiskey straight out of the bottle.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Sounds
Yeah.
sounds accurate. I was blacked out, so I have no idea how I got the hat. I just know I ended up with the hat.
So somewhere between Dallas and blacked out, we did a lot of things, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
So
San Antonio.
San Antonio was next. I
Well,
really
probably
I really
the coolest
like San
venue we
Antonio.
played.
Was that the Aztec Theater?
Yeah, Aztec
The
Theater.
Aztec.
Love the Aztec Theater. I want
It
to go
was
back
great.
and see
Yeah.
a show there one day.
Yeah, it was.
It's that nice of a venue.
It was incredible.
really nice.
Huge venue.
We did the. We went to the Alamo.
Went to the Alamo, yeah.
Did the Riverwalk. Bought these amazing hats.
Amazing hats.
Was that a 3-duck night?
Had to have been. That
That
was
was a
such a
three-duck
big
night.
stage.
Are we gonna?
I remember it being huge. Yeah.
Yes,
Are
go.
we gonna tell him what a 3 duck night is?
Let's
Hey,
do it.
let's hear it.
So every time we played a stage that was like massive, because like obviously, Ailstorm,
Obviously.
they have their
Obviously.
their big blow up ducks, but it would range from like 1 duck to 3 ducks, and like depending on the stage. So like when we did play like a big stage, it was like a celebration, a 3-duck night.
Yeah.
Especially if they can use the like ultra big duck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the
The
two
two-
smaller
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
the two medium
Medium
ones,
ones, yeah.
the medium ones. That
Yeah.
was like, I think that was LA. They
Yeah.
did that. It was like,
Because sometimes it would
yeah.
just be like 2 smaller ducks too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 ducks with them. A big one,
Yeah.
2 medium ones, and 2 small ones.
yeah. Because I think in San Fran they did the two small
small
ducks at
ones,
the
yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
with the
There's a
not
couple
a
of-
duck sign on
Yeah,
it. when it
not
was
a
covered. Yeah.
But no, it was San Antonio was good. We went and got donuts at the after.
What,
We got
what
it.
was that place called? Zombie?
Voodoo
Donuts.
donuts. We got
That's
Donuts.
right.
Is that
Yeah.
the first time we went to Voodoo
That's
Donuts?
correct,
That was.
in
Yeah,
San
yeah.
Antonio?
San
And then we
Antonio,
Really?
Yeah.
when we were there, we are like, you know, what'd be funny. Well, we were there. We're looking at the donuts, and there was a penis shaped donut.
Yes.
And we're
Called
like-
cock and balls.
It's called cock and balls.
Yeah.
And then we're like, it would be great to get this for Alex because we know how much he loves cock and balls. And
Well, it was also like his
it was
birthday,
his birthday on
too.
the
It was
first day of the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't have enough time to get him a cake either.
Yeah. So, you know,
So, birthday cock and balls.
birthday
donut?
cock and balls. And then they wrote Rock Hard on it.
Yep.
was
Rock
good.
hard.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was
That's
a big
funny.
donut too.
That was a
Big
It
cock
was,
and
Big
balls.
cock.
it was it was a lot. Yeah. I think Elliot had to help him out
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. Yeah.
They-
He had one of the balls.
They polished that cock and balls.
Oh, they together, yeah.
I think part of the cock and balls stayed in the box and ended up in the RV.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a
Like,
few
the
that,
tip was in the
like-
RV for a couple days.
Yeah, a few that ended up there, and the box was just like
Yeah.
mushed, and like it was so hot in there, so it was just a write off.
Yeah.
Those are good donuts, though.
Great
They
donuts.
were.
Yeah.
We went back. What? We had them like 3 times on the tour.
Did we really?
Twice.
Yeah,
I know
I've been-
twice. I think it was twice.
Portland.
Yeah,
Portland. We went to
We'll
the
get to
original.
Portland.
The original one.
The next day was the day
Yeah.
off in Las Cruces.
Is that
New
how you say
Mexico.
that, eh?
That's how you say that.
There
And
you go.
Oil change day.
oil change
Oh
day.
my
You know, we were
God.
told that we had to change the oil when we get to 8,000 kilometers. We got the RV. It was like at 2,200 kilometers. And they're like, when you get to 8,000, you got to change it because it was a brand new vehicle,
Brand
right?
new, fair enough. We'll do that.
And
first
then
oil
we're like,
change.
okay, first oil change. We should probably do it when they say. And they said they would reimburse us for it, which is great. So we get to Las Cruces. Me and Corey dropped them off, the 3 of them.
Yeah. Went to Walmart
And you guys went to Walmart. And
again.
hung out with the rest of them pretty much.
Was that the first
The
Cracker
first-
Barrel?
the first Cracker Barrel.
First Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Correct.
And there was an Applebee's. I don't think we went to Applebee's that
No,
night.
we
No,
didn't.
no, no.
No.
It was all tailgating all
It was
night.
all
by the
tailgating.
All
RV.
tail, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
That's good.
me and Corey decided to go get an oil change.
Yeah.
I found RV shop,
Makes sense.
and we're like, well, the RV shop is definitely going to be able to help us with the oil change. So I looked and it was still open for like another hour and a half. So we're like, okay, it was like 12 kilometers away.
It wasn't too far.
It wasn't too far. Let's just go get the oil change, get it over with, and move on with our lives. So we started driving, and then we're in the desert.
No. I think this is where what happened is did we actually get the oil change that day?
No.
You never got an oil change. You came back with no
Well,
oil change.
we drove, and then it was in the desert, and it was
Oh, no.
further and further in the desert.
We went somewhere. There's one across the street. We're like, there's no way that they'll do an oil change here. And then we drove to that RV place.
Yes.
And we were like on the way to Tucson.
No, it was on the way to Albuquerque.
That's right, Albuquerque. And we're driving, yeah, and then all of a sudden we're in the middle of the desert, and we get to, and it's just some guy's house. And
It's
he
just
has some-
houses, and there's people like it was a little sketchy area.
yeah, there was
in the
definitely
desert.
not a shop.
No, the guy's
Definitely
yard.
not.
He had an RV on his front lawn
And he had a boat.
and a boat, and I guess
Yeah.
that's where he fixes things in his front yard.
There was there's no shop.
And
or
we're just
anything,
like-
though.
You just turned around.
This is
Yeah,
sketchy.
we just kept driving.
This is very sketchy.
Or then on our way back, we took the wrong highway.
Yeah,
we
we
went
took
the
the
wrong way.
We went back towards El Paso.
El Paso, and then there was no exit for like 20 kilometers or something. So we're just driving. Or it was like at least 10, 15 minutes we're driving to get turned around to go back the other way. It was a mess.
That was El Paso that we were driving, right? El Paso was before.
Yes, El
Okay.
Paso, yeah.
Well, let's speak of El Paso actually, because
We got something on El Paso here?
I don't
Yeah.
remember El Paso.
I remember El Paso because when it was that whole thing going on where the Mexicans were trying to get over the border, and there was like crazy border patrol,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and it was like everyone told us that we were probably gonna get stopped, especially because we're in an RV.
Yeah.
They're gonna stop us and search for like Mexicans that got over the border
I
and
guess.
stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, technically, you're not allowed. Like when the RV is moving, everyone needs to be in a seat with a seatbelt on.
Yes.
So obviously,
That makes sense.
Those are laws. Yeah.
yeah, obviously,
everywhere.
like
Depending on the state.
depending on the state, but people are sleeping and stuff like that, and
You can't be laying down.
You
like
can't be
that.
laying down.
Definitely.
and if you're getting pulled over by, especially by border patrol, you should probably try to follow the rules.
Yeah.
So, Chris is driving at this point. I'm pretty sure.
Quite possibly.
And I'm in the passenger seat. The 3 of you guys were sleeping.
Well, like Alex was sleeping in the middle. So the middle, which is usually a table and 3 seats with seat belts, was now a bed in the middle. And then me and you were up on the top bunks.
I
Yeah.
believe you're correct.
So
yes.
I there was like a border like crossing thing at one point. Or
I don't know how to explain that. I mean,
It's just a
like
checkpoint.
a checkpoint.
It's
like
just
a
a
checkpoint
checkpoint
that we were
Yeah.
getting to, and there was like lights and stuff like that. So we're like, I'm like,
shit.
oh shit, guys, border patrol. And then you guys jump off the
like fly
bunks.
off of the bunks.
Alex like jumps up. He like starts like it was so funny. I wish I would have got that on film.
'Cause everyone's
Like,
just
trying to
scrambling,
make
You're
trying to make
scrambling,
Scrambling.
trying, and you guys are not able to get the bed.
trying to make the bed into a table.
And like,
Yeah.
you guys are trying so hard, and then Chris starts slowing down more and more
Yeah,
and more.
yeah.
So you guys have time to finish setting up the table, and then eventually you guys finish buckled in, and then they're like,
Just wave us.
Just wave us
Wave
through.
us
We're just like,
through. We're like, oh. Okay, well, that was a good like fire drill.
it was a great fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
drill.
it was a good fire
Yeah.
drill.
But it was
Yeah.
like 7 a.m. or something like that.
I feel like it was midnight. I don't even know.
No, it was
It was
midday.
bizarre.
It was midday.
No,
No, it was
at
in the
night.
morning.
No, it was sunny out.
No, the sun was just coming up.
Okay,
Yeah, like-
well, it was still like the sun was out. It was during the day.
Yeah.
Was it? I remember it being
Could have
dark.
been more. It was not dark. Definitely not.
I remember trying to do it all in the dark. Unless there
Either
was
way.
another time.
No.
Yeah, the other time was in California.
There was twice.
There was
Yes.
some. Yeah, there was
'Cause I was
something.
gonna say that I feel like this happened
There,
again.
no,
happened-
there was one that we were able to drive right through, basically, and there was another one where we actually stopped, I think. No?
I think so.
One they waved us through. The other one there was nobody.
there was nobody there. There was nobody
There,
there.
that
Oh,
was in
yeah, okay,
California.
okay.
That was in California. You,
Yeah.
I was driving and you were a passenger for that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
yeah,
did-
yeah.
There was nobody there.
Oh, that was.
And that was the nighttime one.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
nighttime. This one was like late morning, I want to say, because we got to the place, the Walmart or like the Cracker Barrel, like in the afternoon,
Yeah.
like early afternoon. Though.
Yeah.
And it was only a couple hours from El Paso.
Yeah.
So,
I would say so.
yeah.
But,
Anyways, so we didn't end up getting an oil change.
which
that
I'm
day.
glad
Back
because that
to
place is sketchy and we probably would have gotten
molested.
maybe. I told the story to someone at work and they're like, "Did you guys feel like Walter White driving the RV through the desert in New
Yeah.
Mexico?"
Never watched Breaking Bad, but that's exactly what it felt
That's
like.
it, but yeah.
100%. Yeah. I was like, all right, we're going to Albuquerque, I guess. Like, I don't know where we are right now.
But yeah, that's the day we first day off with everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. We all relaxed, set up the lawn chairs.
Yeah, lawn
put on
chairs.
some tunes.
Yeah.
Had some
Cranking too
parking lot
long
beers.
into the night.
Parking lot beers, and then I remember everyone was. It actually says over there 4:45 wake up call.
Oh, yeah, it was an early day.
Oh,
And we're like, you know what,
God
let's
damn.
try to. Well, actually, we had to leave with everyone because
Hang
we're going.
on. At one point, I came out because I went to bed early, and like I either like came to the door for something, or I was just could hear through the window when I was trying to sleep. At one point, you guys were just listening to different fart noises through the Bluetooth speaker.
Really?
I do not remember
Yeah, I
that.
have it on video.
I was definitely asleep by then.
I have it on video. I don't remember if I took it from the window or if I came to the door. But you guys were literally sitting like in like a circle or whatever and just listening to fart noises.
I
through the
feel
Bluetooth
like
speaker.
Elliot
Oh, I
and
remember
Ben
that. I remember
had
that.
something to do
Somebody
with that.
hijacked the
Yeah.
Bluetooth
Yeah,
speaker
yeah,
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, Elliot definitely did at a certain point.
I
But
was like, what is going on
I'd expect
here?
nothing less from a Hailstorm tour.
Yeah,
fun fact, that's the day I got this shirt.
it is.
Really?
Frankie bought
got it.
Frankie bought me this shirt.
Yeah, he hooked
I
it
What did
paid
it
up.
say?
him money
Freedom?
for it.
What?
It's
Biker?
just like Freedom Rider,
Rider.
powered by Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah.
Perfect. And yeah, and we had an early day. I was the first driver that morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to shit myself. And there was no woods around.
there was definitely woods around. There definitely was.
So there was a gas station a little bit down.
Circle K.
Yeah. There was, what's it called? An Applebee's. Except we didn't go. It was just
We didn't go.
veg
There
and-
was an Applebee's. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Always stop by an Applebee's.
So we went to the Circle K. I had to go. And as I'm like coming back from the Circle K, I see Alvin. Alvin was Hailstorm's bus driver. Like the bus is like slowly rolling and Alvin's like, and I'm just like, oh shit, they're leaving. So I'm like running to the RV because we were trying to leave together so we can get to the thing together.
Yeah, we had to get to the thing.
Ooh, that was the thing.
That was the
We're
thing.
already at the thing.
We're at the
Oh,
thing.
man.
Wow.
So yeah, we try to get to the thing together. So we're like, we kind of have to leave at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
But by the time we left, like, I guess Glory Hammer had already left like half an hour prior because they were in their shitty bandwagon that can only go 90 kilometers max, or 85.
So it was
or
like a
something.
cinder block on wheels. Like it was.
Yeah,
Just,
it was just terrible.
was like
Not
they're-
saying anything bad about bandwagons, but that one specifically was horrendous.
Oh, man.
what
Got some
is
company
going
out here.
on? Okay.
People love to walk by just blasting tunes. I don't know why.
That was interesting.
Yeah, that happens all the time, man.
So yeah,
All the time.
they had some issues with their bandwagon with suspensions and stuff.
Yeah, then later on, like electrical issues.
Yeah,
and
that one, they had
lights
no
and,
lights
like,
working,
oh
so they
my
had to
God,
have their
dude.
four ways on for the whole drive with no headlights.
Yeah, horrendous. I feel bad for Kyle.
But yeah, so then well, Chris Bose came out to us and he said, "You guys have to come to the thing."
And we don't know what he's talking about. Right? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
The thing,
You
yeah.
have to. You
like,
have to come.
Don't look it up.
Yeah, nothing. We're
Yeah.
just like
Don't ask
you're
questions.
coming
Just
with
you're
us.
coming to the thing.
Yeah,
Okay. So onwards to the thing.
Yeah.
he's like, you'll know exactly where to stop. You cannot miss it. It's right off the highway.
Well, you couldn't miss it because there was billboards for like
Exactly.
miles saying, "Are you ready for the thing?"
Yeah.
It was like, not miles, there was like 100 miles
yeah.
before the thing. There was billboards.
How much
So
money
hyped
do you
up.
think they've spent on
Right?
billboards?
That's exactly where my
I
thought.
don't know.
Let's go.
It was in the middle of the desert, the thing. The middle of.
Like somebody must have like invested in that. Somebody with a lot of money invested on putting that there because there's no way they make enough money.
Is
no
it a big
way.
gift shop?
They have a big
Well,
gift shop.
yeah, if they get guys like you in there, it's just buying everything.
Everybody bought everything.
Everybody bought everything.
That's true. I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy anything in there, but
Yeah, money.
no, they.
I experienced it.
I think I had to have seen at least 30 billboards on the way there.
oh, it's
Easy.
insane.
Easy.
Wasn't there one after it as well?
Yeah.
There was a couple
like,
after
way
that
far
saying
after it
you've
is.
passed
Yeah.
the thing, turn around. The thing 50 miles back and stuff.
Come back, please.
I mean, good advertisement.
So
Sure,
if
it's
you're
sticking to me. It's so hot in here.
ever on the way from wherever we
New
were,
Mexico into Tampa. I think.
Tampa? What?
Sorry, Tempe.
Into
Sorry,
Tempe.
Tempe.
Tempe, Arizona. Yeah, New
I can't remember if the
Mexico.
thing was in Arizona or was in New
It
Mexico.
was in Arizona.
I don't know. I don't know where
It was in
Oh,
Arizona.
yeah.
No, it was New Mexico. It's 100% New Mexico.
Was it?
It was before we crossed into Arizona for sure.
All right. New Mexico, the thing.
Yeah.
it
I'm
out.
as sure of that as I am that Vancouver is south
Oh,
of
God.
Toronto.
Here we go again.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about these
You wanna
fallacies.
you wanna scroll down a little bit? But
I don't know
Let's
how
talk
to do
about the
that.
thing.
So we could talk about the thing a little bit because I actually love the thing. I think it lived up to the hype. It was bizarre.
This was another morning where I woke up like 5 seconds before and they're like yelling, "We're going to see the thing." And I'm just like confused.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, gotta get dressed, throw something on, and then do whatever stupid thing we're about to do.
all I remember was Chris was running around like a child, so excited that we're going to see the thing.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It was him and Mike, wasn't it?
I can't remember who else.
I
But
the
it was
two
so
of them
funny
were
to
so-
see those guys so excited to
Just
go to the
riled
thing.
up.
that they've
And
seen
they
like
had been there
6 times.
so many times. Like every time a tour passed through there, they went there.
Yeah.
He was so excited. But yeah, it was
It was an experience.
an experience.
What is
It
the
was
thing?
something.
How'd you?
We
How
can't
would you
say what
explain-
the
The
thing,
thing
is.
isn't just like a thing. It is a whole.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a concept.
It is. It's a way of life, really.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the thing for anyone.
No.
I wouldn't even tell my family what it's about.
You didn't tell them?
No, because
Just go.
here's some merch from the thing. Staring at me like, what are you doing? But
Why
one
did you
day,
spend money on
I'll
this?
get my family back there on a terrible family road trip just to take another thing. I'll go so far out of the way.
It'd be like a vacation style.
Yeah, I'll make a whole movie out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make a whole movie. Yeah.
It was
You
fun.
get there, you're so excited. Jen's just like, I
'Cause
want a
that's it.
divorce.
I see
Like,
why.
are you kidding me?
I can see why Christopher Bowles is so excited because I would be that excited to bring someone else there
Right.
because it's so funny.
I'd be excited to bring somebody
Like
else.
you've got
there
to
as
see
well.
this.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I guess the border patrol was that day, that morning.
There you go. See,
Old guy stories. Old guy stories.
old guy stories. I was the guy that had to work at the thing, and he had ties to Southern Ontario. His family came from a background of carving carousel horses. I didn't ask him anything. I just was trying to pay for my T-shirt. Old guy stories. He wouldn't stop. You know, nice guy.
What is this rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, rock paper scissors guy.
Oh, I remember
Where was
him.
this guy?
Yeah.
Was it
Tempe.
at the venue?
Yeah.
It was at the venue, at the show.
Just walked up and like ripped us all in rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
all
Yeah.
sucked.
this guy was just the
Rock-
best at rock paper scissors. Like,
Yeah.
he's never lost.
Yeah.
Yep. Just came up to us at the merch table without like saying anything and literally just started
Yeah, yeah.
playing rock, paper, scissors and then left.
Yeah, and then left.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
his
trying to
thing.
remember what the venue
Best
looked
2
like.
out of 3, and I
Oh.
crushed me.
Yep.
Killed me every time.
Yep. Me too.
I remember Tempe. Tempe was a good venue. We had problems with the in-ears because we were right beside a radio station.
No, we were right beside an airport.
Right. That was the airport.
That was the
terrible.
airport. Yeah.
Oh.
As we're driving up there, we're like, oh, well, this is going to be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fun
yeah.
day.
This
Yeah.
day was when we actually got the oil change in Tucson.
Ah, yes. Yes, yes.
We finally found a place. We left that place to find a better place. Nowhere else wanted us. We went back to the sketchy first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy charged us $400 for an oil change.
Sure did.
Yeah.
We had no choice.
That was
We got
it,
ripped
man.
off.
We got ripped off hard.
Didn't
in
matter. We got
Tucson.
reimbursed.
We got
so
reimbursed
it
and we didn't
matter.
actually pay out of pocket. But
Canada
like,
Dream got ripped off.
yeah, they
Yeah,
were,
Canada
when we
Dream got
when we
ripped
dropped
off.
off the RV, they're like $400 for an oil change. We're like,
What are you
so
gonna
the
do? We're in the
receipt says-
desert.
Yeah. Middle of the desert, states. We couldn't fit into a regular place to get an oil change.
That's correct.
Yeah, nobody wanted to
What
do
do
that.
you want? Yeah.
So yeah, we
That
got
was
that
fun.
done.
You know, I took off that day in the afternoon in the blazing heat and went for a hike in the middle of nowhere, Arizona.
And your
then
flip flops.
yeah, flip flops and a Dr. Pepper. You know, I was prepared. And it was hot out there. I went way further than I probably should have by myself. There's nobody around. But I got an Uber back, and the guy was like, "Oh, my friend's mom married some guy from a band Sepultura." I was like, "Your friend's mom is like Gloria Cavalera of Max Cavalera?" It's like, "Oh yeah, you know who I'm talking about." I'm like, "Yeah, that's a really small world." And he's like, "Oh yeah, my buddy was Dana, and Dana was Max's stepson who was like killed or murdered years ago or whatever." And he was telling me this whole story. Like, he was very tight with the Cavalera family. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Wow.
He's like, "Oh yeah, he lives right over there." Like, oh, come on, like, what are you telling? What are you telling me? You can just swing by Max's house right now, and we're not doing this. I had to get back to the venue though.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I
like,
would
what
have
a
done
small
it.
world.
Yeah.
I'm sure Max was on tour. He's been on tour for
Oh, yeah.
40 years
they're
nonstop.
They're always on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like 80 date U.S. tours and stuff. Like, they never stop.
Yeah. That was fun because I got to do a getting back to the venue, the day.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do a nice workout outside, and it was really nice because it was so bloody hot.
So hot in
It
Arizona.
was so
That's a different kind of heat.
dude. I love it. I absolutely love that heat. That dry heat.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good. It's so sick. You're sweating, but
I
you're
was
not
just sweating
sweaty.
like
I think-
'cause it's evaporating as soon as it hits the air. Like,
Yeah.
So hot.
Was there a shower at that venue?
I don't remember. I get that venue and the Dallas venue mixed up for the backstages.
No,
I don't
there was no
remember.
shower at that venue. Because
I don't even remember this.
I think
venue.
this was a time where we didn't have a shower for like 3 or 4 days in a row.
There was a bad stretch, and this may have
This was it.
been
And I think until we got to San Diego and we finally showered, it was the best thing we've ever done in our lives. It felt so good to finally shower after
Yeah.
like, all the
Yeah.
heat.
Yeah, 3 to 4 days in the heat with no shower or something else.
Was that, it says no gas. We went to gas station and then there was no gas. I remember that. Then we got to the next one and it was in the ghetto.
Oh my god, leaving? Yes, we were in Mesa. We stopped in Mesa, and I was just like,
I just feel like you guys are pulling in and pulling out of stations. You're like, no, not this one.
yeah, dude. And the one we stopped at, it was like, yeah, like Krista should not have gotten out of the vehicle. It was so sketchy, man. So sketchy.
a little scary.
We didn't even get
We-
gas.
No, we got gas, and I got out of there.
I had
we
to
needed
pee
fuel.
because the bathroom was not working in the RV.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold it. It's not worth whatever could have happened. Who knows?
It was
Yeah,
pretty
because
scary.
that place, that was the one time where I was like, okay, we need to get out of here. We're getting fuel. We're out.
That was
That's it.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So I mean, at this point, I
that was a
guess we can
place.
talk about how awesome these shows all really were.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about that. We
Like
just,
the venues are so nice; they are full of people. We're
No,
playing
every
to
show is packed.
massive crowds every night.
Yeah.
over 1,000 people every night.
And
Pretty much,
so
yeah.
energetic and enthusiastic. Like I was not expecting
Like right from
crowds
the
like
beginning.
that.
Yeah.
They were so stoked to be at a show. All those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Just
incredible.
wild, man.
You know, going from the crowds that we were playing to before to those crowds. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just to play at that level and those size stages in front of that many people was just
Insanity.
And the
such a
fact that
wild ride.
everyone was there from the beginning.
yeah.
yeah.
They didn't come in
Oh,
after
yeah.
us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, everybody showed up like
Like
right
every
away.
night, the venue was like pretty much a capacity.
Oh,
already.
Yeah. And lined up around the building before, like, they would start lining up, like, when we got to the venue, before we did sound check, before anything, like, there was people lined up at the
Yeah,
door.
like 3 in the afternoon, there was people already starting to line up. We're
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
sick.
Yeah. So we stink. We haven't showered in a couple days and we're driving out to the West Coast.
That's right. That drive through
California time.
the drive through the mountains in California was fucking amazing.
Was it?
It was really nice.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We had to turn off the air conditioning, so we had power in the RV. It was so hot,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we wouldn't overheat.
so we went overheat.
I was overheating.
we were
Oh,
overheating.
we were, but we can't have the
No, of course.
because there's nothing. There's nothing there for
No.
miles and miles. Like no gas stations, no nothing through the mountains.
Yeah.
So
Super cool.
Merch rack disasters.
Merch rack disaster.
San Diego.
All I remember is some guy put up our merch racks with a couple twist ties and they snapped and those merch racks came down on my face. And I was ready to murder someone. Like, I've been showered in 3 days. Merch racks are falling on my head. I'm out of here.
the merch racks were set up on an angle,
Like an angle,
as
like on
well.
a ramp up like
On
this, so
the
they're
ramp,
leaning.
like up and leaning.
Oh,
and I
that
was
was
like,
the
oh, I
ramp
can't
day.
even deal
Yeah.
with this right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I just had to
Yeah.
walk away.
That was a fun day. I love San Diego.
San Diego was a fun day. We got that amazing burrito.
Yeah, but even before we went out to do that, there was like this cool little, I don't know what it was, like little
Oh, like the
festival
market
market
thing?
Yeah, the
thing
vegan
It was a
festival
behind.
vegan
there.
festival.
There was like all these like vegan tents serving food and like all this other stuff. Like all the hipsters came out. It was great. It was super cool to walk through, and they had protests as well. I forget what they were protesting.
Really, I don't think I saw
I think
a
it was
protest
animal
that day.
rights.
Animal
it
rights.
makes sense. Yeah. It was an animal rights protest that came through, and I think Tasker went out and was like cheering them on or something. Yeah. It was eventful. It was fun, you know?
That show was Bobo's birthday.
Oh, was that the birthday?
It was the birthday.
That was
Nice.
the birthday
Was it?
night. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I just saw some footage from that. It was fun. Oh, yeah,
Are we
because the
gonna
RV
tell-
was all full of balloons.
How Elliot
Oh, yeah.
recruited us
Let's do it.
to.
Yeah. Can we insert video here? No? We're not doing that? Okay. Never mind.
insert video?
If you
of
want to see
what?
videos, go to our Patreon page.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Patreon.
True poo.
All the videos of us and the balloons.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, basically Elliot was like, "Okay, so I bought balloons and we need to get these like somehow onto the stage and under the risers
Without
Bobo seeing. And like you need to get the balloons, release them during what? Shipwrecked?
No, it was after Nancy.
Before Shipwrecked.
Before
Okay.
Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Like we had a specific cue that we had to do it. So basically we're blowing the balloons up in the RV,
In the RV.
and like putting them in bags and
He told us this the night before in Tempe, and then we completely forgot about it. And then it was like a couple hours before showtime, and we're like,
Oh,
"Oh shit,
shit, we gotta blow the
we gotta
fucking
blow the
balloons."
Well, me and you
balloons."
started blowing them up at first, and we're like, it's too much.
And then me and Krista
Yeah.
finished them off, and
we got the
yeah,
job done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was stressful. Like shit,
How
we
did
need to do
get
this
them
now.
in the venue? 'Cause,
So
like,
how we
Garbage
got to
bags.
the venue is Elliot, Corey, and Alex. They were like Elliot was watching Bobo, and he's like, okay, he's on the bus. but he's facing this way, so he won't see us when we walk into the venue. So they like walked like against the bus pretty much, like under the window, and then walked into the venue
Nice.
quickly and stuff. I was holding the door
Yeah.
and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we put them all in garbage bags
Yeah.
too, so it was pretty. You wouldn't be able to really tell,
Yeah.
but
Just wondering
Well,
what you
they were
guys are
clear
doing with
garbage
garbage
bags.
bags.
They were clear
Yeah.
garbage bag, but Gaz was distracting him at that time. So when I put them all under the riser.
So they're under the riser for the whole set, like
Yes.
up until the queue.
just put
They
the
were
garbage
under the
bags
riser.
under.
Yeah,
Yeah,
before our set.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all night under there.
Yeah,
So,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
all night. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
so, we actually got to shower that day. It was amazing. Glorious shower. Anyways.
Yeah.
Back to the birthday.
Yeah, so they
It was
also
a nice
had
shower.
snuck in like a cake full of cinnamon buns.
It was just a bunch of cinnamon buns.
Yeah, but they were like piled on top
Oh,
of
yeah,
each
yeah,
other
yeah.
with
A pyramid of
candle and
cinnamon
shit.
buns.
Pyramid,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So they kept them in our green room, which didn't have a door. So we had to like try and hide these cinnamon buns. Like you
With
could
our
smell
backpacks
them
and stuff.
through everything. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, trying to hide those. And then while Ailstorm played, me and Alex went into their dressing room and like decorated the whole thing, or like with a banner and all this shit. And yeah, he was surprised. He had no idea.
You pulled it off.
He had no idea.
So how
No.
it happened during Nancy, like after Nancy, they're like, I think Chris was like, oh, birthday boy or whatever. So he got the whole crowd to sing happy birthday. And while they were singing happy birthday, me and Corey were under the riser.
Like
Just
shoving the
shoving
balloons.
the balloons
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
like their
During
banner.
Nancy, we had to go under, rip them out of the
The bags.
bags, and make sure they were good. Like
It was,
it
a
was
whole-
pretty. It was a pretty
operation.
rush job. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it all worked.
It was an operation and a half.
Yeah, it was.
That was nice.
And as we were under there, and Elliot knew we were, and it was under his
He's
riser,
stomping.
he starts stomping
Oh, really?
around and like jumping, and I'm like, "You motherfucker!" God damn.
Good night.
That was fun though.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Where are we now?
Oh, and that
Where are we?
night
Yeah.
we drove straight to LA.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a short drive.
It was
Finally.
only it was a 2-hour drive, but it was better to do it get into LA at nighttime than during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard horror stories of LA traffic.
Oh
right? So
yeah, that was fun.
I slept through the whole thing.
No, because
me too.
we went to go to DK's house first.
Oh, yes.
And we're
And
like,
he was
there's-
asleep.
And he's like, oh yeah, no, everybody parks
just
around
parks
here
on the
all the
street.
time.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's all fun. We're driving around. I was like, dude, there's no RVs on the street. It's no parking signs
hear that, DK?
everywhere. Like,
Fucked us.
I don't know. There was one specific street, the one that was like kind of behind where we were. He's like, that's the one to go to. I was like, well, fuck, you should have said something.
Yeah, he fell asleep. He's like, "Yeah, call me when you get there."
And he
Fell
was
asleep.
asleep. Goddamn DK.
Typical.
So and
Typical
then we
DK.
dude, we had to piss like Russian racehorses. So we ended up just pissing beside like a container in the middle of a parking lot. It was in a forest.
There's
It
basically
was
a forest.
Yeah, basically a forest. There
It was
was
in
a
the
tree
woods.
in the woods.
Well, we went to. We stopped at a random parking lot that we weren't allowed to park overnight, but at this
You
point,
just
we're
took
like,
your chances.
"Fuck it."
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we're putting
And
it
then
here.
me and Corey went to a gas station. The guy's standing there behind bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, get out of here, get out of here. And we're like, okay. I guess they're pissing in the middle of the fucking street.
That's it, man. No other options. Yeah. It's
So I-
sketchy people walking around everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't really sleep that well that night. Too many
No.
people walking around the RV.
I was
And-
none the wiser. I was
Yep.
out.
And the thing didn't lock properly, like the compartments underneath and stuff. So I was like, unless someone tries to get in, it was like stressing me out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the
Nothing
morning, I
happened,
really had to go to the bathroom, and I couldn't find a bathroom. So, and DK wasn't answering, so we're like, fuck. I'm like, fuck this. We're going to the venue. So I got in the car, and I'm like, we're driving. So we drove to the venue. It was only like 3 minutes away from the venue.
Oh
the
yeah,
park.
we were super close. Yeah.
Yeah. And we got there, and then we went to Denny's.
Yeah. Yeah. LA, we go to Denny's.
We go to
Yeah.
Denny's.
Yeah.
Garbage.
It was the
was
worst
so
Denny's
bad.
I've ever been to.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah. you guys all had breakfast at Denny's. I was still asleep.
Yeah.
So
Really?
I was like, yeah.
You just joined
We
us
brought-
later for a coffee, or
No,
we got
not
it.
even?
what
Remember?
happened?
We brought our eggs.
Oh,
And then
that's
you
right.
never ate those eggs?
I ate the
I ate
eggs.
them.
I ate the eggs.
You, yeah,
I
yeah.
ate the eggs. But what
Like
happened?
a day and a half later
You guys finally met up with DK after Denny's somehow. I don't know how.
at Denny's.
At Denny's.
Yeah, he
At
joined
Denny's.
us at Denny's for
Okay.
coffee. That was it.
And then I wake up with DK in my face. You're like, good morning. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, all of a sudden, yeah. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting another random ass wake up call where I gotta get dressed super quick. And where are we going now? Yeah.
Yeah. We went up. We met up with his girlfriend at the time. Mm-hmm. And one of his ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
lady.
wonderful young woman
And
Yeah,
who
she
lives
was
in the area.
With an
we-
awesome rooftop thingy.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
went to the rooftop patio.
Rooftop in L.A.
Yeah.
see
You
the
see the
Hollywood
Hollywood
sign.
sign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
In the
I
far
could see
In
distance.
the far distance, the smog was kind of
you-
blurring it, but yeah, it
But
was
you could
there.
see it.
It was there. Yeah,
Cool rooftop.
it was sick. Yeah,
great
it was like
spot.
right out of a movie. Like,
Well, that's how it
rooftop
started
in,
to
like,
feel by this
LA.
point into where I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, why am I
This
on this
is insane.
rooftop in Hollywood right now? It made no sense.
Yeah,
Right.
How do we make it here?
I had so many moments like that. I had a moment like that in New York City too, because we had just like gone through so much bullshit, and then like you just get so used to it, like everything moves so quickly that you don't
Really
get a
does.
chance to actually absorb it. So I remember like being in the green room in New York and like looking at the window. I'm like, holy shit, we are literally playing a show tonight in the middle of New York City.
a sold out
Sold out show
in the
in
middle
New
of
York City.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Like not Brooklyn or Queens, no, Manhattan.
Yeah.
New York City, and sold
yeah.
out.
I was like, holy shit. It like hit me like a ton of bricks
Yeah,
then
there's
too. A few
Some
of those
great moments like that for sure.
Yeah.
It was super cool.
But the venue in LA was absolutely incredible.
It was insane.
Oh my god, it
Yeah.
was huge. That was a three
the
duck
Will
night.
turn.
That was a three-
That was
The
a
Will
three
turn.
The
It was
duck.
a-
Wilton was
Three-duck
amazing.
Legendary.
Yeah.
thing.
We actually got the poster from the Wilton.
We do?
We
The
did.
giant
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the
We're gonna
size
put it
of
up
the door.
somewhere.
Like it's huge.
I don't know.
Is it at
where
home
we're
or is
gonna
it
put
here?
It's at home. It's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So if
not
you're
here.
bringing it, we'll hang it up.
That venue was cool. It was funny because there was 7 dressing rooms at that venue.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the venue gave us the 7th dressing room, which was on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. Well, because I was the first one to walk in, and she's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Listen, usually our TM comes in and he decides which dressing rooms." And she's like, "Oh, I'll just pick one and toss you in it, and if he wants to change it, then that's fine." I'm like, "Okay, whatever," you know. And so she's like, "Oh, just give you this one," as 3rd floor. Away from everybody. Meanwhile, like there was other dressing rooms she could have gave us, but I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad about it. I don't mind.
There's lots of walking up and
stairs.
down the stairs.
It's good for you though.
Yeah.
You know, you need your cardio. It was a nice dressing room too.
That
It was
was
amazing.
Beautiful.
fantastic.
It
Yeah.
was huge.
And that was the first time that we met our manager, Corey.
That's
it
right.
was
Live in the flesh. Yeah.
Yes.
And her
Senor Kevin.
kick-ass boyfriend, Kevin Williams. What up, dog?
Shout out.
Yep. And saw him again in Belgium, and then I saw him in Toronto like last
Yeah.
week. So lots of hangs.
So crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's super cool just seeing people and meeting people on tour. I mean,
That's
just
great.
in this last few minutes, it's like we see DK, we see Corey,
Right.
we meet this Kevin,
This Kevin guy.
this Kevin guy.
We had California burritos.
California burritos with these people.
I got to hang out with my buddy Adam that I haven't seen in like 4 years, and we toured together back in 2015. So he came out to the show, and it was funny because like I'm just walking around, and I'm like, "Yeah, come with me. I got to go do this goblin thing." And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, yeah, just come.
Just
and then
so normal
I'm just
at
like
this
walking
point.
around, and like I got him a all access pass so he could just like come with me, and we're just like walking around the backstage and like behind the curtain. He's like, I can't believe we're doing this right now. Like, this is so Wilter. He grew up in like LA and Long Beach. And so he's just like, I can't believe, where are we going? I'm like, don't worry about it, man. I go around, I
Gotta
put
be
on
the
this
goblin.
suit, I go do the goblin thing, I rip the suit off, and I'm like, all right, let's go back to the green room. And he's like, what just happened? I'm like, this is
Super
just
cool.
life at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're like 2 weeks into tour.
It was normal.
Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
normal. But he was just, it was sick getting to hang out with him and chill, and like him kind of experience like that big of a venue as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
Didn't we document some of that venue? Didn't we
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
video of that?
Yeah, we posted it. I
Definitely.
posted it on the Patreon.
Oh,
actually.
It's on the
Patreon.
Patreon.
Go over to
okay,
Patreon.
yeah.
You see all these green rooms we're speaking of, the backstage areas.
The backstages, yeah.
Yeah.
Next time we should do just like all the showers. Just each shower.
The showers, some of them were better than like my house shower.
Oh, definitely. We got
like they had
some
like
showers.
rain showers and stuff. Like it was insane.
The last night.
The last night.
It was amazing.
that-
I feel like
That shower
everything was great on the
amazing.
last night.
I took 2 showers that day.
I took 2 showers as well.
Yeah, I got when we got there, then at the end
Yeah.
of the night. Yeah.
Why not?
Or after the set.
Yeah.
By
was
that
great.
point of the tour, we had to run out of merch
In LA.
In LA.
in LA.
Yeah, we were
LA.
running low.
We were running super
After the
low.
third show, we realized we are gonna run out of merch, so we ordered more merch, which was unbelievable
Yeah.
because we didn't even think we were gonna sell half of that merch.
Yeah. No, we thought we were coming home with a lot of that merch.
And by that point we were running out.
Yeah.
So the next night in San Francisco, we got our merch.
Yeah.
Another 11 boxes of merch.
Yeah.
They fit perfectly in the RV.
San Fran was something.
San Fran, eh?
Yeah.
I like that city. I would go back and visit.
I want to go see more of San Fran.
Yeah, it was cool.
yeah.
Alex and I took off. We saw the Golden Gate Bridge during the day.
Yeah, you took your son to see the Golden Gate
Yeah.
Bridge.
Father-son trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Got
We
some
had to-
souvenirs while I was there, of course. We saw Alcatraz in the distance, as you do when you're looking at the bridge.
Yep.
I wish I could have came with you guys, but didn't think there was gonna be enough
What the
time.
heck did we do? Oh yeah, we got pad thai.
We got pad thai.
Yeah, we
It's
got
basically
Pat.
the same
I
thing.
pretty much
Yeah.
said.
Seeing the Golden
Well, we
And
had
donuts.
stuff we had to do. We had, we
Yeah,
had
it
all
was
we were,
just-
we were
time
busy,
was
busy.
tight.
And then that was a rough day. Was set up, and that was the Regency Ballroom. It was a weird kind of setup
Weird
and
venue.
everything.
We had to
And
bring the merch through the window.
Correct.
yeah,
Remember that?
Really, that was a venue.
and we
Yeah.
were late that day.
We were very late.
We were very, very late that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So that was one of the days where Ben tried to set the kid up himself, and I had to go and reset everything up for him. Yeah, so it was a bit weird of a day. And then you guys took off, and I was like, I'm getting pad thai.
Perfect.
Yeah,
If
we
you
got
guys
pad
want to
thai.
come, like, you're welcome to. I was like dead set on having, there was a Thai food place just around the corner.
It was good.
Then
Pad thai
on
was
our way
good.
to the Thai food place, we saw a donut shop.
Got more donuts. of
So we got
course.
more
More
donuts.
donuts, yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Always good.
Imagine how
donuts.
many donuts we had up to that point. Like
lot,
so
yeah.
many that
It was
we
almost every day.
almost every stop we'd find donuts.
Yeah. We had a
I
guy
mean-
ask us to buy him some food before we went into the pad thai place.
Oh, really?
The Thai food place, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, can you buy me like some homeless guy?" And we're like, we're going over here." And just like walked into the bar next door and just, "Do you guys serve food?" "No." "Okay, we're going to hang out for 2 seconds." And then the guy was gone, so then we went into the Thai food
Okay,
place.
okay. So he's
Yeah.
a little aggressive.
A little
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The theme with every city was like there is a really bad homeless and drug problem going on in every major city in the states.
Yeah.
We never really talked about it, but
I mean,
San
in
Fran
Canada
was
too,
like
man. Like it's
Canada.
crazy.
Yeah. Obviously, Vancouver
Major
when we
cities,
were there.
Yeah.
Every major city, it's bad.
Yeah, you go one block out of the way and you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's tough.
There's everywhere, but we'll get to the worst of it.
Yeah, we're not
coming
there
up. We're not quite there,
almost
but
there.
that was like kind of like
3 days away.
the tip of it.
So,
Yeah.
so the pure dad of me wanted to make sure you guys saw the Golden Gate Bridge. So
Which
as
was
we
great.
know, we went
Yeah.
at nighttime.
I think I took the best picture I've ever taken.
We
with my
drove
phone.
over the bridge,
too.
and on the other side we could just park, and it was cool out, and the bridge looked amazing. You took
We're
this
having
amazing
beers.
photo.
I was sleeping in the van.
The disappointing
Oh,
dad
you-
moment
the-
for
You,
me.
you came out of the van. You're
Yep,
like,
that's a
cool.
bridge.
I
And
saw
then-
it. Yeah, that's a bridge. And then went back to the RV.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
It's like a teenage daughter. Yep, that's a bridge.
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
good night. Just always tired
Yeah.
the whole time. No matter how much sleep I got, just tired.
That was it, right? We had a day off the next day, so it was day off means driving.
That was the night where I thought we were still at the venue.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
so
my
confused
Oh
when you
yeah.
woke
God,
up.
Well, because you were
dude.
lit. That's why.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even remember the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I remember the Golden Gate Bridge.
You were
I'm
litness.
surprised. Yeah, because we're driving, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like,
You thought
has Ailstorm played yet? We're like, we are like 2 hours outside of San, like on the road.
we're
What
in
are you
Sacramento,
talking about?
California right now.
Yeah, like fuck. Let's go
Wild.
back to sleep, man. Oh my god, that was
So
awesome.
confused.
Yeah, hilarious.
Oh man.
Where were we next?
We're
Day-
on
Day off. Scroll down. Day 14, day off, travel to Seattle.
Mountains, whatever.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of
Mountains. What's
We went
Mount?
to the fucking old.
Shasta.
It was some mountain we saw. We stopped at a mountain by accident.
Did we?
Let's keep on moving.
That's the day that you guys emptied the tank
Oh yeah.
at the hotel.
At the hotel. We emptied the tank before that though.
Yeah,
And
we did empty
like a pilot or something like that.
yeah.
It was a truck
A
stop.
pilot, but not where you're supposed to empty it.
Definitely
we
not.
were just trying to find the
dumped
leak,
it.
and it started.
It just
leaking
started
everywhere.
going, and we're like, "Oh shit, we got to like get rid of this." And yeah, we just dumped it into like the field area. Field. It was just desert.
It was not a proud moment.
Yeah, no, we
We
weren't.
were
stoked,
trying
but
so hard to get this
Yeah.
figured out.
But then you guys re-emptied it.
in the
In a
middle
hotel
of the
parking
parking
lot?
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after that night, we realized that that's where that it works again, kind of. The way you guys put the hose, that it won't leak.
Yeah,
Yeah, we figured it out,
we loosely figured it out. Yeah,
and we
It
started
wasn't too
using it
bad.
again shortly after.
Yeah.
I think.
I never used it.
I used it like 20 times a day.
I used it once or twice.
Yeah, twice.
I don't think I ever used
emergency
it.
situation.
Emergency
I-
situation, yeah. Where
Yeah, it was
I
like, this has to
thought
happen
we
right
said no using it, so I just never did.
I continued to use it.
I didn't realize that we gave the green light to use it
Yeah.
until the end, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're using this."
We
So-
never did use the shower though.
No.
No.
None of us.
You wanted to.
I wanted to use a shower at least once. But
Yeah,
the
we didn't
venues
have
took
to
care of me,
really.
So this is the night
So-
that you first Applebee run. Also, there's gonna be a part 3.
There has to be.
There's gonna have to be a part
There's
3.
so much.
Wait a second.
We're
This
halfway
is
through
the-
this tour. We're still
we're
out
literally,
west.
we're literally at the halfway point of this tour.
Yeah, Seattle was halfway.
But we're the night before Seattle when you went to the Applebee's.
Is that the
No, but
Applebee's night?
this is
No.
the Applebee's.
But you also went to Applebee's the night before.
did
Twin
we?
Falls Applebee's.
I don't
was-
We're
remember.
not Twin Falls yet. but-
No, I don't remember what Applebee's that was. I thought the first Applebee's we went to was that Twin Falls.
No, you went to another one before that. We were hanging out on the Yellowstone bus. Okay.
It would have been the off day before Seattle.
We're
is
in
that
the
what you're saying?
hotel parking lot. And we were all sitting outside the RV. Ben comes and sits down beside us. And Elliot's like, "Do you guys want to go on the bus?" We're like, "Okay." And we're like, "Ben, are you coming?" He's like, "No." And he literally just sat there like this. Looked at nothing for an hour, if you remember that. We're like, "Why aren't you coming with us?" Like, "I'm good right here." It's
I don't remember
And
that,
then
what that parking lot
I
looked
was
like.
Chris was like, "Can you take a video of the bus?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure," because she was asleep. So I'm taking a video and I'm backing up, and I didn't realize there were steps, and I literally fall on the Hailstorm bus into like the windshield, and I had a beer, and I spilled the beer all over myself.
What
And
a
the
asshole.
and I wasn't even drunk. I
remember
was just like,
that.
I didn't realize there was another step, and yeah, I like quickly cleaned it up and stuff. Do you not remember that?
I remember that. I don't remember the
And then
Applebee's.
after that, me and Chris went to bed, and then you guys and Alex hung out. I think Alex came to bed a little after you, but you went to Applebee's with them. That was your first Applebee's trip.
No, I didn't go to Applebee's.
You sure did.
Definitely, I don't.
You went to Applebee's twice.
Correct.
Yeah. Twins
Alright.
Falls was the second
Technically
Applebee's.
3 times because we had dinner there one night.
Yeah, that's not real Applebee's experience.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't
when
remember
we're
that
at Twin
first
Falls, you're
Applebee's,
like, oh,
man. I don't remember that first Applebee's. I'd have to see. If there's no video, it doesn't count.
Because we weren't there.
Yeah. I think we went to I don't think we went to Applebee's. I think we went to another bar. Was that the same time that we went to the fun
No.
place?
No.
Where was that?
That was the
We're not there yet.
last day off.
Last day off. That's right. That was further down the line. God damn, I can't believe we're only halfway through this tour. This is when things start getting fuzzy. You know? It's like 2 weeks
The
in.
drinking is picked
I'm
up.
pretty sure-
My drink is full swing at this
Because
point.
you guys,
You know?
you guys came went to the Applebee's and you came back, and then after you came back an hour later, I woke up and I started driving. Yeah,
Touche.
that was the night when I woke up and you and Alex were snuggling in the bed.
In the bed.
I have video footage of it.
Yeah. I was lonely.
I do remember that.
I wanted.
Yeah, because me and you woke up because we were driving.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Just curled
Good
up on
times.
the bed, the middle bed.
Because I was in the back and I didn't extend the bed.
It wasn't an Applebee's. I remember this very clearly now.
Uh-oh.
Was not an Applebee's. It was a shithole bar at the end of a strip mall. And we went there and I beat everyone's ass in pool.
Really?
Fact. And we were just playing like pop music on the jukebox, super cheap drinks. We got right racked. It was great. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first time me and Paul like really had a conversation. And we
Vibed.
played pool, had some drinks. It was great. Yeah. I remember that. Was not Applebee's though.
All right.
And that is part 2.
That's it.
part
Yeah.
2. Yeah, man. That's another hour.
Damn.
I think we
All
can
right.
speed up through the rest, can we? Not
Probably
today,
not.
not today.
Not
But
today.
like,
I highly doubt it.
There's too much. There's too
This
many
is
things.
when things start getting fun. You know what I mean?
oh, we know what you mean.
Yeah. What happens in
Horrendous.
Twin Falls
Hey,
stays in Twin Falls.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle,
Things happen in Seattle. See.
Portland.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's getting
Oh,
good.
yeah.
This is getting to the good part,
Part
of the
3
tour.
is gonna be
Part
good.
3. All right. Well,
All right.
see you part 3, I guess.
See you in part 3.
Yeah.
Tour recap.
That's enough.
Part 3 is
It's not as hot in here anymore.
No, it's still really hot.
It's still really hot.